Repurposing the old doors to my old stand, and they'll become the sides of my file drawer holders, I guess I'll call them. Anyway, I'm making these 8.5, and then we'll add these to get us our final height. Piece of the chop saw, cut off the best end. This is the worst one. I use this one to rip the metal on as well, so that's why it's got some scarring on it, but that's no big deal. Put that to the inside. I'm going to cut them 16 inches long. Then I'll come back to the table saw. Well, I don't know what I was thinking there. I need them this long, which is 18.5. But I need, I'm basically making another box inside of a box. So I'll use these as the front and backs. So all's not lost. These are just cut shorter. So I need to rip these pieces, which were slide out shelves in my old stand. I'll rip them to width and make them the proper length. And then we'll be good to go. So back to 8.5. Just a shade lighter than that, and I'll run all 4 pieces so I make sure they're all the same width. Cut these to length, and then I'll be back. I have to do a little math here. 9 1/4 from the bottom to the edge of the aluminum gives me 6 3/8 from the bottom. Well, that's where I'm going to draw my line, and that's the height of my relief cut, whatever that ends up being. Gotta find a pencil. Well, the beauty of this aluminum extrusion, let me show you what I've got here. I've already got my tall fence attached to another piece of extrusion, and it's easy just to bring this in now and hook it up. Couple of quick clamps, nice and solid and safe. Okay, I'm going to back this off. We'll try that right there. being flush, so I'm going to make one more pass, or hopefully just one more. Just a hair over 9 1/4, I can live with that. Nice and flush. Looks good. All right, I put the file holders or sandpaper holders in place. This is going to be just perfect. I like it. The one thing I didn't take into account was when you get to the end of this, they want to fall off the edge. So I'm going to take some molding that I had left over from my bedroom furniture, and I'm just going to glue that in place, one in the front, one in the back, and that'll stop that from happening. Nothing more than just glue. It'll be plenty strong enough. Let this soak in a little bit. Force it in, maybe is a better word. That's it. You got glue squeeze out on the inside. I'm going to get a little rag and clean that up. So this thing didn't exactly turn out the way I had designed it, but it did turn out well. I'm happy with it. So the Tormek is down here. Slide that out, access it. This is the sharpening tray over here. I'm not going to move it right now. I'll just, I'll take this and set it up here, along with this lunch tray. And one thing I'm considering is just flipping this over so that the flat part is up here and it's not sitting down. I can always throw a piece of plywood on here to support it. So one of the little kinks to work out, I guess. Tormek sharpening jigs here and here. The tray, some DMT stones, some extra plane irons, PSA sandpaper 3-inch wide that I use for flattening plane irons and block planes, getting the soles of the tools flat. This is pretty much an empty drawer. I believe this one is too. Yep. Down here are my sharpening jigs. I got a couple of them. So up here on the glass, just various jigs there. Over here is kind of nice. This is my sandpaper drawer. And before I had my sandpaper over by my table saw, and I never knew what I was looking for, but now with this file system I know where each grid is. I'm missing 120. Oh, there it is. Yep, 120. So right on up the line, all the way down, all the way up to 7,000 grit, and then some special film grits that I have here too for polishing. So that I really like, and that was not a part of the plan, but it just kind of evolved into it. Then here are my sharpening stones. along with my strop and everything else, diamond, my trend diamond stone. So it's all right here now. And the one thing that I was going to do is take these stones and just put my whole sharpening box in here, but I discovered that I made this grid and did not glue it in there, so I was happy. I just pulled the grid out, laid it in here, and that worked out slick. So that's it. I'm looking forward to using it. It's I got I recycled some things from my old one. This sandpaper drawer, basically, no, not this drawer. This part of the file cabinet, I should say, is from my old sharpening station. The doors I used there. And the handles are the other part I recycled, because once this gets pushed back into the corner, I'll just be able to grab these handles and pull it out and be ready to go to work. I decided to go to glass this time instead of granite. 25 bucks for this glass. $350 to $400 for a piece of granite. So it was an easy decision that way. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. I've decided to put the glass on the actual surface of the cart, and then I made like a little picture corner holder here to keep it from sliding and moving around when you know, if you put self-adhesive paper on here, this is going to want to move. I do have a little bit of play there, but that's not going to cause any trouble. But it can't move very far or fall off, slip, whatever. So this captures this corner, and these extrusions capture the other two sides. So that keeps that in place. The proof will come in, you know, just using the thing, but got a flat reference surface here. I did put my straight edge on it. I do have about you know, a 5 to 6 thousandths gap in the middle, and I think what's happened is that because the casters are on the outside here, I think there's a bit of a sag in the middle of this thing. I could maybe solve that by putting a couple more casters in the middle, and I may consider doing that to just hold the weight in the center. But for now, it's good. I mean, that dip is not going to affect the straightness of the tools. I find that that part I don't really anticipate any problems coming from that. So I'm going to give it a run. I've got to attach my paper towel holder, but what you see here is how it's going to be used going forward. Thanks for watching.